Then friends, today we have the newspaper of 2nd July 2024, and the first news is about the new criminal laws will prioritize justice, said by Home Minister Amit Shah. If you have an grievance, meet me. Boycotting law is not the right path. There are other ways to do politics, and these laws are have the intensity to deliver justice, and with this the government are bring laws that are friendly to the common man, and there are more in the nature of having clear meaning to the people of India. And in this law there is a separate section of terrorists and separate definition of terrorists, although the clause of having detention period is case of content. But the government attempt to reform law is a ray of hope to distress or to reduce the burden of judiciary. Second news is about Medha Patkar get jail term for defaming Delhi LG. Party rebel seek apology from Akal Takht for mistake during Akali rule. June gross GST revenue growth slows to a 3-year low. No official statement. Government undecided on deadline to fix boundaries for census. Friend, census is very much important for countries to evaluate the number of people. It helps the country to make better policy formations and to the people who is actually needed and what kind of service to be given to the specific one or individual one. Now we are using the data of 2011 census, and according to that census there is a clear gap and mismanagement between policies. Over 20 FIR registered in a city under new criminal laws. Case of attempt to murder, theft and encroachment were among the first to be registered under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, which came into effect on Monday, replacing the IPC. Shiv Sena UBT retains 2 seats, BJP win 1 in Maharashtra Council. Move on to the next. Israel is facing a strategic defeat in Gaza. This editorial is about the ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine. Now the war has been intensified, and the Israel has nearly eliminated the forces that are fighting against Israel, and now they have been headed toward their north of their country, that is Lebanon. And in Lebanon there is a group that called as Hezbollah, which is more stronger and an organized group as compared to the Hamas. This time there is a chilling warning coming from the Hamas and from the Lebanon Hezbollah, and they just continuously launching satellites over the Israeli defense installations. Recently there is a compact, or there is a attack on the commander level person of Hezbollah. In retaliations, the Hezbollah attack on Israeli military installations. And if the war is carry on, then the Israel defense forces have suffered a tremendous loss, because these are the proxies of Iran, and with the continuous aggression against Hamas, Israeli defense forces and Israeli government is on back front from their within the government or also from the international boundary. They just losing their support across, and the support for Palestine is increasing day by day. And the way forward for this ending this conflict is to have two-state solution. Two-state is the solution that is prescribed by UN and during the 1947, where the boundary demarcated by UN and both the country Israel and Palestine agree to that. India has also the stance to maintain the two-state solution of UN, and we stand with the UN and we stand with the peace. Second news is about closing over unemployment. It is high electoral prize. This article is written by Subramaniam Swamy, a former Union Minister of Commerce and Law and Justice. In this, he talk about how the statistics of GDP are not properly evaluated from right parameters and indicators, and that's how the situation is more worsened than it appear, and we need to think more deeply regarding the development of cities, development of villages, and we need new strategies because 90% of the jobs are in unorganized sector, and in industries and services 73 of the jobs created are in the small and formal private sectors. The government and the formal private sectors account barely 27% of job. So we need a robust and new policy that give employment more than 25 million plus jobs to the Indian youth. Next editorial is about waiting for a reformist. Iran's theocratic state is unlikely to give space to a popular reformist. Sense of uncertainty. Amid doubt and fear, new criminal laws take over unready system. A tool to ensure complete voter anonymity. Kerala left needs to look in the mirror. At the end of Pride Month, assessing the LGBTQ plus community's right. Will the Hosur airport become a reality? Next news is about the Sierra of Kaziranga, which is submerged in the Assam flood. Around 43% of the national park is submerged in flood. Market capitalizations of BSE listed firms hit lifetime high, 443 in lakh crore. The market capitalization of BSE listed firms hit a lifetime high, driven by a rebound in equities, where the benchmark Sensex ended at a new all-time peak. The increase in aviation turbine fuel price. The rain deficit recorded in the month of June in India as 11% rain decrease as compared to the previous data of 165 millimeter for the average month, and now we have the rain of 147.2 millimeter. That is case of concern and a result of changing environment. Number of deaths in violent attack in the Pakistan. CRSS, about 241 terror accident and counter-terror operations were reported between April to June in Pakistan. What is the agenda for the 16th Finance Commission? How cinema is captured and presented through the IMAX format. We will ensure complete synergy with Navy, Air Force, say Army Chief. Recently, take the charge of Indian Armed Forces Staff, Indian Army Staff, General Upendra Dwivedi during a guard of honor after taking charge as 30th Chief of Army Staff at South Block in New Delhi. He talked about that we need to bring more synergy among the forces and as well as the modernization of defense forces on the line of having the Atmanirbhar Bharat and this equip the soldier with the state of the art technology. We in future has not much resources, so the more focus toward the resource utilizations and the more upgradations of indigenous content in defense manufacturing. Next news is about Rahul Rajnath spear in parliament over the compensation for Agniveer. Recently, Agniveer has been in continuously in news, and there is a high chance of having this Agniveer in this any kind of examination in the coming days. Agniveer is a scheme of government which is launched by government for the concept of tour of duty to reduce the burden of finance from the defense forces. And this scheme has the inductions of individual for 25% of whole will be retained to the defense forces, rest leave to the private sector or to digest in the PSUs. And there are some concern for that the Rahul Gandhi, leader of oppositions, raised against this scheme that there is a no martyrs status given to the individual, the soldiers who sacrifice their life, and there is a no pensions who sacrifice their life. On countering that, the Rajnath Singh, the Defence Minister of India, has replied that there is a financial assistance of 1 crore has given to the soldiers' family after the martyrs, and the government has working on the feedback given by the defense forces. Next news is about Bengal governor seek actions against top police officers. Bengal governor to meet victim of public flogging, seek report. Filed evaluation trial of submarines bid under the Project 75 complete. The Project 75 is the project that is related to the Indian Navy submarines, and under this project the request for proposal has been sent, and two countries are interested to take part in this Project 75I. One is Spain and second is Germany. From Spain, the Navieta of Spain and the Germany's Thyssenkrupp Marine Systems taking part, and both one is have partnered with the Larsen and Toubro, and another one has participated. Majogaon Dockyard Shipbuilders Limited, and they have both the companies has a rich experience to build these submarines and to work with the Indian PSUs or Indian co-partners, and to consolidate and to more progress in this Project 75I deal. The big leaders or the president of Spain came into the India, and the Chancellor of Germany have planned their visit to come into the India regarding this. The cost of this is around 43,000 crore. That is a huge amount from the perspective of defense of Indian defense forces. And apart from this, the Indian Navy is working to construct a third aircraft carrier. Right now we have 2 aircraft carriers, and recently tell me the name of recently induct aircraft carrier of India. That is more precisely have more than 60% of Indian content. Next news is about Rahul lead attack against BJP for spreading violence, hate. NEET result published, all candidates get new ranks. Bombay High Court hear petitions against fact check unit. After scorching June, surplus rainfall predicted in July. Recently, IMD has given the orange alert for the Delhi region to have rainfall related highest number of rainfall in upcoming days. And this is an irony for our countries that in the month of May, June, and starting of July, we are suffering from the heat wave and water scarcity. Now, from the July, August, and September, we will be facing from excessive flood, water blockage. We need to work upon them and make it strengthen and robust infrastructure for development of our good environment that can serve and sustain and make confidence to the people of India as well as the businessmen and business personnel of India, that can attract more FDI, more people come to invest in India, and the people who are leaving country due to their bad environment and their pollution issues, they will retain India, and we can in this way avoid the problem of brain drain in India. Stop religious gathering, enable conversion. Recently, Allahabad High Court has given a verdict that the phase of conversion that is going on in this country recently is shocking, and if this phase is carry on, then the majority will be in minority, and a strong step is needed to curb that conversion. Article 14 and Article from 25 to 19 give us the power or fundamental right to practice, to propagate our own religion, but not to conversion of the religion of others on the ground of greed or on the ground of any other things. Recently, they give an example that most of the people who are lure others to take part in religious gathering, they not return in their life. So we need to focus and more conscious about these things. PMI signalized manufacturing rebound. Market data on budget falls pointer of long-term returns. Air India to set up flight training school in Amravati. RBI and Asians to create platform for instant retail payment. It will boost the cooperation of India and the Asian countries and bring back both the countries more participating with each others, and more in the transactions will operate and will be done by both the countries. It give us a boost to the tourism of India to go into the Asian countries and payment and purchase. It is a beneficial step, and apart from these tourists, their retail transactions give an ease to the businessman to buy and sell their thing and to receive their payment with the digital payments. US, 3 killed, 2 injured in shooting near the University of Cincinnati campus. The gun culture is very much prevalent in US, and that is case of concern, because with the having the gun in their hand, there is the number of cases of death, the case of gun firing in US, and as gun is one of the fundamental right in US, that lead to the suffer of a number of death in the US, and it's hard for US to curb this gun culture in the US. Second, Israel released director of hospital. It says was used as Hamas base. Ismail Qadri, author of the Journal of the Dead Army, dies. This question can be asked in the obituary section, that this person is died recently, by giving the name of Ismail Qadri, and you need to associate with the authors or the artists or the dancers. Trump ally Steve Bannon arrive at jail following contempt conviction. US Supreme Court grant absolute immunity to Trump. Taliban to bring up economic curve at talk at Doha. Macron aim to thwart France far-right in election runoff. Christian men get death sentence for hate speech in Pakistan. Modi, Stalin and Ranil pay tribute to the Sri Lankan Tamil leader Sampanthan. That's from my side, friend. Jai Hind. See you soon.